Hi. Okay, cool. All right, that link worked.
Hello. Hi.
No. It's gonna get off or no?
Oh, yeah,
Can you hear me?
Okay, 5.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Have fun.
Bye.
Oh, there she is.
I see you, Mom. I see you.
Their bandwidth was low, probably because they had two going at once.
There it goes. I can't hear you though. Be nice.
We're getting attacked by Dad. Dad's. We're getting attacked by Dad. The army's Dad. Monster. Help me. Oh wait, you can just run away. Please. I just have to take down my collection.
Are you texting?
Mm-hmm.
Is your computer muted? Your microphone?
No, I don't think so. I could hear it like when Justin and Megan were both on there, I could hear Justin, but now I can't hear anything. No. For a minute it said muted by host, and then it said unmuted by host, but I still can't hear you. No, I still can't hear anything.
You could have a phone conversation.
Now it says you're muted. Now it doesn't say you're muted, but I still don't hear you. That pink, can you hand me that pink notebook, Grace? Underneath that black or that brown basket, please. Thank you.
in a party that one. Holy. You want to see the box? It's tiny.
Uh-oh. Hello.
What comes through that? Can she hear us? Okay. Hmm.
Want you.
Okay, now mute you.
Okay.
Sarah, run in there.
He's the only one on this stream.
I've seen You would think this would be hard, but I mean, easy because they're smaller, but it's actually hard. Do I do again? Good. So,
Girls?
where's that key?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Awesome.
Give me.
I had to download an app. I didn't know I was going to have to do that. I never did get on from my phone, but finally from my tablet I got on. Cool. I think Megan's still having sound problems though. Oh, you been? You can hear when Justin unmutes himself, but Megan hasn't got her sound going yet, I don't think. I see.
My turn. You put the A after the girl.
This is really cool. Yeah, it is. I've never done this before. I haven't either. Well, I had an iPhone for a short period of time, and we could do FaceTime, which was really cool. Oh yeah, I used to have one. It's kind of like this. That was strange. It muted itself. Can you hear me?
Oh, this one. Oh, I'm ready.
There we go.
Samuel, did you click something?
Hi.
I know, but I don't want to hear them. Okay. Sorry, I'm not techie here.
Us either.
There's Samuel. Oh, it's picking up my voice from in there. Okay. I wonder if anyone else is wanting to get on this. Oh, Shelby is. I think so. Okay. I think there was a problem either way. Okay. So Veronica's muted.
I did that.
We can hear you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, well, maybe we should go ahead and get started, and whoever else can figure out how to hop in can hop in.
Am I showing up, Megan?
Let's see here. Cassie, was that you?
Yep.
Ask that?
Yep,
Yes,
that's me.
you are. Yep. Let's see
Awesome.
here. Put you on. There we go. Can you see everyone, or just me?
Just you.
Oh, just me. Okay. I guess I can see everyone. That's cool.
I can see everyone at the top.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Now I can see everyone. I just had to swipe to the right on my screen.
Okay. Cassie, when you were saying you couldn't, cannot be loaded, did you have to click on something?
I had to go to the Play Store because I have an Android phone, and I had to download the app called Zoom, whatever the name of the meeting is.
Okay.
But once I downloaded the app, it pulled up the meeting just fine.
Okay. 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 All right. Well, I'm learning here too as we go. Okay. So why don't you guys mute your sounds?
Okay.
And let's see here. And then use the chat if you have a question, and then we can unmute at the end. I don't know if anyone else will hop in. Okay. Shelby's trying to hop in, but we might go ahead and just get started. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I have a couple things. I have my paper here, so I won't forget what I wanted to share about. I was going to thank you guys for all the patience with the back office. Oh my goodness, this month has been kind of crazy with trying to figure out all that goes into that. So thank you very much for your patience there. And they're actually going to, I don't know if you watched that video, but they're going to extend the, the closing time to the 4th of November to get everyone's points in. So that's helpful. Let's see. I see a lot of people posting, and the posts are awesome. I really am learning from everyone that's posting, and I feel like everyone's heart really shines through with their posting, and they're educating of the Facebook audience, and I really appreciate everyone's heart to share with people and to educate them, and it's really neat to be part of. And I really like what you said, Cassie, when you said it's been a good day if I've helped someone, something to that extent. And I appreciate that, because I feel like that's exactly what Plexus is about, is helping other people. And it's been a good day if we've been able to help one person, I was just going to share to be aware of too many graphics with posting. I don't think either of you do that too much, but people really connect with your own story. So that's really, really good. And then when I'm posting, I try to be conscious of not posting the same type of thing each time. So like I might try to share a video or information, even info that's not Plexus related, but that's health and wellness related. So it's not always Plexus. And even in place of the graphics, because you can find pictures of Slim or pictures of Probiotic, but I feel like even if you just take a snap on your camera, I feel like it's more attractive and more personal than just like a generic, company poster, that's put out there. The testimonials I feel like are good too, because a lot of times when people are struggling with an issue, they may think, oh, Plexus isn't for me, and then they read a testimony of, oh, it helps restless leg syndrome, or it helps, PCOS. They're different things. So I feel like that, making sure we're posting testimonials is helpful too. And I'm not sure the percentage, but I think they say like 50% or 30%, 70% of Plexus and non-Plexus posts. So always keeping it in balance. Some people get really crazy with Plexus, and then that's the only thing they post about, and then some people get irritated because it's like nothing but Plexus anymore. But anyways, I don't feel like people on our team are too much, doing that too much, but it's just something to be aware of. I feel like everything in life is balanced, so I think it goes for Plexus too. The next thing I wanted to talk about, I was actually listening to a Zoom training that Brenda Martin did with Kristen Abart, and she was, her big thing was belief, and I agree. Is belief in the products, how they work, why they work. I feel like belief takes time though. I don't know about you guys, but when I first started, I had belief in my head because I knew people that were trustworthy that were promoting Plexus, people that I'd followed for a long time in the health and wellness circle that I was in. And so I knew that it was definitely something to check into, to try out. But I felt like the head knowledge that I had and I kept getting, through videos and learning, had to become reality for me before I really, 100% knew this was, stuff that really worked for people. And so my own experience helped with that, and also everyone that's on my team that's now coming back saying, hey, I have my life back, thank you. Or, some people don't have these huge drastic testimonies, but even just, hey, I'm regular now. Hey, I have energy. I don't have to take a nap in the afternoon. I'm calmer. You know, all those things that we think, oh, they're just tiny testimonials. Those are actually big things. So I feel like the belief thing is huge. And so I was going to just have a challenge for everyone that to watch or rewatch a Plexus informational video every day. When I first started Plexus, I just immersed myself in learning about the products because I feel like that's huge. It's one thing they really emphasized at Leaders Retreat was we lead with the products. I mean, that's what the company is about, is the products. And they're working for people and they're working well for people. I mean, there's a really high success rate with Plexus. So we know they work. We can have confidence and boldness too when we introduce someone to Plexus that we don't have to be embarrassed or shy, like, oh, this may not work for you, but you need to try this. This will, you know, it has the potential to change your life if you, you know, if you allow it and you really are consistent with it and learn about it. So, let me see here. Okay. So learning is huge. That will build belief. And then also, Brenda Martin was talking about belief in yourself. And I guess on the surface, I think, ooh, belief in yourself. You know, we need to believe in God and all those things. But the belief that you can do this and it's okay to be successful. Actually, it's not just okay to be successful. We want to be successful, not just with the products, but also anyone can be successful with the business as well. From everything I'm learning, it's all about personal development, personal growth, which is actually a very, very good thing, not just Plexus related, but just in life. Yeah, it's interesting how much you learn about yourself. I've learned a lot about my fears and just different things. So when I was actually, I have a ton of different files that I've downloaded from Jessica's files into my files on the theme page. I was going to encourage everyone to print them off or read through them. I like having something in my hands versus just clicking on the computer all the time. But there's one in there on gut health, and I'm just going to share a quick info that, let's see, anyone with celiac, colitis, IBS, there's another name I'm not sure how to pronounce, ulcers. So basically, people with gut issues. This lady in this article was had a ton of great info. I liked her perspective. But she was saying, if you have any of those gut issues, Plexus doesn't actually, obviously be on the triplex, but Plexus doesn't carry L-glutamine, L-glutamine. But she said, and I know that's something that I took when I was in the middle of my health crisis. I know it was in some products that I was taking that helped heal my gut. She said that that product, L-glutamine, actually seals up leaky gut. So she said, in addition to the triplex, to make sure you do the L-glutamine, you can get it at a health food store. So I was thinking that's something to walk in your memory bank or write down for people that come to you with celiac, colitis, IBS, ulcers, any of those. They should be encouraged to do the triplex, but also to get that from the health food store. Because a lot of times the damage that has been done to the intestinal lining can't regulate itself fast enough. So that helps repair it on a cellular level. So that's something I learned today that I thought was pretty cool. And then the new Plexus products, actually they're not new, they're just revised. The X Factor, that's been changed. I was just going to kind of go over these because I'm assuming everyone's seen those, the information about him, but just in case. I didn't realize, I had no idea what that gene mutation is or was, but apparently 40% of the population has this particular gene mutation where you can't convert folic acid to folate. So people can't take folic acid, they won't absorb it. So apparently now X Factor, I didn't even know what I was missing out on, but it's now naturally sourcing the folate, the B12, and the vitamin E. So it's officially all non-synthetic. And the other thing too is some people really care about the veggie cap thing. I have no idea about people that have issues like convictions or whatever against using using gelatin, derived from pork. There was one gal I talked to, and she was telling me that she couldn't take ProBio 5 because of the gelatin cap, but it's not veggie cap. Well, apparently, I'm like, oh, no worries, just open the cap and put it in your applesauce. And she's like, oh no, the contents of the ProBio 5 is touching the the gelatin cap, and they had a personal conviction not to have anything to do with pork. So until ProBio 5 has a veggie cap, I guess she won't be able to use that, which is a bummer. But now I guess if there's someone that's really into kosher things and things like that, the X Factor now is a veggie cap. So maybe they'll change the ProBio 5 for so there's no issues with people not being able to have that. The BioCleanse, that's now the bioflavonoid complex is now derived from orange, not grapefruit anymore, and that was an issue for some people that are on statin meds. My grandpa, actually, I talked to his pharmacist, and that pharmacist okayed it for him. I think because it's such a low dosage, it wasn't a big issue, but some people just will not or would not use BioCleanse at all because of the statin medicine they're on. So I actually messaged Justin's aunt, who was like, oh, I can't have BioCleanse because of the grapefruit in it. But I messaged her today and told her about, that it was now sourced from orange. So I feel like anyone that you've talked to that said they couldn't take it, it might be helpful to message them and say they can, because so many people need the BioCleanse, need what's in that for the magnesium and different things. And then now there's Ease samples. So I love the Ease cream. But now they have them in sample packs. Okay, so Cassie, you had a question about people that are having concerns about the probiotics basically dissolving and not being effective because of stomach acid, right? Okay, so I went to the files and looked up a little bit of info, and actually on Team Plexus Provision and Team Pink, there were some articles about that concern. So basically, I wrote down a bunch of notes here. The enzyme profile, so the enzymes that ProBio has, is microencapsulated. It's a special formula, apparently. But the enzymes help deal with the outer shell of the yeast organisms and things like that. Helps break them down. Okay, so let's see. The probiotics are also microencapsulated. So the purpose of that is so they get to the digestive tract where they need to be. I went and tried to dig a little bit farther. So probiotics are naturally very sensitive to heat and moisture. Freeze-dried ones are much more hardy and resistant to, those things. Let's see. They said there's a lot less of a CFU count in ProBio 5 because the quality of the strains are higher. So I thought that was interesting. Let's see. Most probiotics have a high CFU count. Like I was taking one that had like 250 billion CFU count. It was really helping me, but it was also really expensive. So this article was saying the reason why the CFU counts usually have to be so high is because they figure only 20 to 30%. Oh, we're going to stop in 10 minutes, okay? Otherwise, we have to pay $10. All right, 10 minutes will be good. So anyways, only about 20 to 30% of that, those high CFU counts actually survive digestion. So basically when those probiotics hit your stomach acid, most of them die off in normal probiotics. The ProBio 5 is different though because there's a certain strain called Bacillus coagulans that's actually able to survive the stomach acid. It basically remains dormant until it reaches the small and large intestine, which I thought was very interesting. There's actually a really good article on Team Pink if you search in the search bar for probiotics or Probio5, it'll probably pop up. And it talks about that. So usually when if someone asks me, or if I'm talking to someone in person, I'm like, hey, you know what, I have information on that. Let me send you some. Because sometimes in the moment, you're like, what do I say? And it's really, it can be kind of, like when you're put on the spot, you're not sure what to say or how to answer. So I usually say, let me tag you in some stuff or send you some information, because usually the info is so detailed and it's probably more than they actually want to know about it, but I think it's helpful. So anyways, that one is a really good article. I also thought it was really interesting. I didn't realize that vitamin B6 helps increase the amount of oxygen carried by the blood. And then like oxygenation is really important, because the more, the better oxygen you have, or the more oxygen you have going through your body, the less resistant you are to disease, because yeast and fungi and even cancer cells can't survive in a well-oxygenated body. So exercise promotes oxygenation, breathing deeply, getting good air quality too, because, I know that because of, the environment we were in was moldy air. So that definitely affects things too. Let's see, I think that was everything on that. Oh, the grapeseed extract is very powerful antioxidant and fights free radicals. It's antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory. So I had heard about grapeseed extract even before Plexus, but it's one of those things, you have 50 different things in your medicine cabinet, or but how do you use them, or how do you mix them all together? That's what I love about Plexus, is that it's condensed and it's simple. And they've basically taken a lot of different products and condensed them, which I'm all for simple. So let's see. Do you want to unmute yourselves? And if you can think, we can just talk and chat for the rest of the minutes. I don't know how many minutes are left, but if you have any questions, we can chat about that.
So now that now that Probio 5 is derived, or not Probio 5, sorry, BioCleanse is derived from orange, we know that, the statin issue is not there. So are there any red flag medications that we need to ask for, or just in general tell everyone, check with your doctor to be sure?
I feel like unless, that's kind of one of the first things I ask people, especially if they're not young, is, are you on any medications? That's after I ask them their health goals, or sometimes when I ask their health goals, I'll ask what, are they on any medications? Most people, younger people usually aren't, but if they are, I usually say, well, check with your doctor, or if you're comfortable researching it for yourself. Thyroid meds have to be taken, several hours apart from Slim. Okay. But I feel like as a safety precaution, we should always mention it, research it, or even their pharmacist. Usually, I feel like the pharmacists are quicker at replying. I'm trying to think. I had something else I think say, but I don't remember what it was.
Megan, do you know anyone that's a type 1 diabetic that's had good results with the Slim?
Is the type 1, is that when they're children and it pops up?
Well, he was, I think, 21. He's actually visiting at our house right now. He's in his late 50s. And I was just going to talk with him about Slim, but he's had type 1 for 30 years or so, and I would really wanted to bring it up with him tonight and just kind of talk to him about how it's helped a lot of type 2 diabetics, but I didn't know what you thought about type 1.
I'm not for sure what type 1 means. You know? I
think it's basically something that they're born with. It's
and like an inability to regulate their own blood sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got something that hooks in, and it's an automatic insulin. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know that I posted a testimonial a while ago about a kid. I'm pretty sure he had.
I did read it. I was reading it tonight, and it looked like it really helped him. So I'm gonna mention it to him tonight, regardless. So
Yeah. Ask him if he's ever heard of it.
okay.
A lot of times that's what I'll say is like, have you ever heard of Plexus and how it can help? Actually, it was designed. The Slim drink was designed for type 2 diabetics.
Right.
I don't know how that works because I know that sometimes when I was reading about how the pancreas sometimes gets overworked and doesn't regulate insulin like it should, but a lot of times it's a matter of detoxifying. So I feel like people, I mean, they're not out anything, especially if they get it okayed by their doctor. Give it a try and see. I mean,
Okay.
of course they can get their money back, right, as a customer.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate that about Plexus because people aren't out anything to give it a try. I wonder about a friend of mine too. Actually, his mom just started Plexus, and so he's probably 26, but he's had type 1 diabetes since he was, I don't know, like 2 maybe. But you wonder,
Wow.
you know,
I have
what-
a friend. I have a customer, actually. Her husband is type 1. And so I asked her, like, would you be interested in trying it for him? Because he has lots of trouble keeping his blood sugar stable. And she said, well, she's like, I've read lots of the testimonials, and most of them are for type 2, and he's had it since childhood. So she's pretty resistant. And I think it's because, he's had it so long and they fought so hard to get it regulated that I think she's afraid to try to rock the boat or anything, because when
Right.
it's stable, it's really scary. And so, so she's been pretty resistant. So if you find something on type 1, I would be interested in it too.
Okay.
Do you remember Darcy Duzan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's got a little girl who's 2. Her name's Quinn, and they just diagnosed her with type 1 diabetes. So I would be interested to know. I just helped her grandfather at work a couple days ago, and he told me that they went through this horrendous process when they were on vacation of hospitalization and with her, and they just found out that she's type 1. So she's just so little. I would almost be concerned about giving her the Slim, but it might help. She has to take 4 shots a day.
Oh my.
Yeah, she's a little girl. So maybe if she could get it, approved by her doctor with just the ingredient list, maybe they could try half a pack or a quarter of a packet of Slim to help her.
I know I'm giving it to Daniel, and he's 11 months. I was kind of counseling with a Plexus friend in Indianapolis, and she and her husband have run a health food store for like 25 years or something like that, 20 years. And she counseled me. She's like, give him 1/8 of a pack, and let's see if it helps clear his eczema in addition to the Probio 5. And, just because the ingredients are fine. I mean, we just have to be careful of the dosage, of course, and it's a personal choice. But I really believe supplementation is the way medicine is going to go in this next generation, because a lot of people are needing alternative ways to heal themselves.